the second tip in our driver series, Denise, is how to hit the driver further. The first one was how to hit it straighter, so I'll put a link to that video. This one is how to hit our driver further. Everybody wants to hit their driver further, don't they?
Yeah. And people think they go by a driver and that's going to hit it further. Not necessarily the case.
No, or they're going to try and hit it as hard as possible.
Hit it as hard as they
and
can.
it's probably going to cost you power.
Yep.
We did a tip on that, didn't we? We actually proved that the harder you try and hit it, the less you're going to lose power.
Yeah, because you get out of sequence. So everyone's sequencing is slightly different. So if you go beyond, it's like driving a car too fast. You crash.
Yeah, and tempo is so important.
Yeah.
So we've got three things to help you hit the ball a little bit further, or hit the driver further. And the first one is all about how you set up to the ball, Dee, isn't it?
Exactly. So our first one to hit it a little bit further is we are going to tee it a little higher.
Yes.
And the reason we're teeing it higher is so you'll notice what I'm doing here. I'm hovering my club off the ground. So it's hovering off the ground a little bit, which means I've actually made my club a little longer. So the longer the club, the wider the arc.
Does that mean you have to stand slightly further away from the ball?
No.
No.
I don't.
Okay.
No. So
you might just do it automatically anyway.
Yeah, because my arms are still the same length. So the ball's still the same distance. I've just got it off the ground a little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to tee the ball up a little bit higher.
Hover the club off the ground.
Hover the club if you like.
Yep. I'm going to move the ball a little bit forward in my stance.
Yep.
And the other thing that you have control of is I'm going to have a lighter hold.
A lighter grip. So important because it allows the club to do the work for you and release and all those good
So
things.
it's like if we have a lighter hold, we might hear the sound here. If I have a lighter hold, there's
nice
more
swish.
than if I'm tight.
Yeah. I see that a lot actually where people lack power when they're trying to physically kind of steer the ball down the fairway instead of loosening the hold, allow the club to do what it's designed to do. You'll be amazed actually if you soften everything up and let it move.
Exactly.
So that's a couple of things in our setup position. Tee the ball a bit higher, hover the club and soften up the grip. Light hold. Now I think one of the most important things in getting power, and our number 2 idea for the 3 things is coil, turn of the body. It's not a turn as in everything's turning back and through. It's really the top half
so
turning
if you were to put this here, and we'll get another little one here.
Yes, are we in? Yep.
And you go back to your,
Yeah, so we put that on my hips. Because
I was going to wait till you get there and then put them on your hips.
Okay.
So you can see now how Annie's got 90 degree and half of her which is perfect in an ideal world.
Yes. So your top half's turning twice as much as, so if everything goes together, there's no resistance there. No. We want the top half resisting the bottom. So that when you hear people say, oh, you need to turn more to get power, it's really the shoulders turning against the hips, which is the way to do.
It's like a spring, isn't it?
Like
it's
a
spring winding up and then that explosion of the spring.
Yes.
So that creates a bit more club head speed
That's
for us.
right. So what can they do, Dee, to really help improve on that? Just some exercises.
Yeah.
And putting the club across their shoulder.
And just practice doing that.
Practicing, getting the turn, putting your back, facing your back to the target.
Yeah, that's
a really good one.
Back to the target.
That takes us to our third.
Do that again. So you've coiled up, back to the target, and you've got some resistance, which is perfect.
Yep.
Which leads into
our third tip, the third way to get more power when you're hitting your driver, and that is to put your back to the target and then try and leave it there a little bit longer because it allows you to create a bit of a draw.
So the other one is quite simple to help create a draw, which will give you a greater distance because it's going to run a bit more, is if you want to, just experiment, just take your right foot back a little bit. And then all you're going to do is, like you just said, keep your back to the target, and now your club is going to swing more in to out.
Yes.
So your club is going to go more this way, hit the bottom, and go out and around, which will create
that shape. That's right. So when you get to the top, feel that you're going to leave your back facing the target just that little bit longer if you can, and that'll help create the draw. And creating a draw is going to land and it's going to kick forward. It's going to give you a bit more power.
Because if we do this is the one way not to get that power. If we go chest first, oops, we're in trouble.
That's right.
Whereas if we're here, we've delayed it, just as you said, which
and you get that good path to create the draw. So our 3 things to get more power are a little bit of setup, tee the ball up higher, soft hands, get the coil going, and then leave your back facing the target that fraction longer as you start the downswing to create the nice draw shape.
And just have the little right foot back to get that draw shape.
Yeah. So hopefully those 3 things will help you hit your driver a little bit further. And the next one in our series is going to be how to hit your driver more consistently. So hang around for that. We'll put a link to that one as well. So we've got Jude and we've got Ian who've just finished the ProGolfGals Golf School, our 3-day school. What did you think?
I loved it. We've had the best 3 days.
Awesome.
Learnt lots, different things every day. With follow-up. So
and did you enjoy being on the golf course?
Yeah, no, I do. I thought it was great that we had a bit of a lesson in the morning, and then with both of you, having two different people was really good too, because you know, there's different teaching and you're picking up different things about what we do. And then to be able to go out in the course and play 9 holes, pull it all together, or not, was really good. Yeah.
Awesome. What would be the highlight for you? What was the thing you liked the most? Or the thing you got out of it the most?
The thing I got out of it the most probably was the bunker exercise, because I wasn't confident. I didn't know what to do, and now I feel like I've got a lot to work on, but at least I know the technique. I know what I should be doing. Good. It's just doing some practice and having the confidence to do it. And I think you've given me the confidence.
Oh, g'day. I just wanted to thank Annie and Dee for their fantastic 3-day course. I just completed it a couple of weeks ago, and they have really transformed my game. I'm a very average weekend hacker with a 36 handicap, but over the 2 to 3 days they changed my grip, changed my stance and my posture. They've shown me finally how to pitch and how to chip. I still duff shots, but I know now when I do duff a shot what I've done wrong, because they've made it very, very clear to understand. They're fabulous teachers, and I couldn't recommend them more highly. It's not just for the women, it's definitely for the men, and you should definitely give it a go.
So we've just finished the ProGolfGals Golf School. What did you think of it?
Absolutely fantastic. I've learned so much. I've improved my game.
You have.
And I would recommend it to anybody. And I've made new friends, and we're going to meet up and play golf together. So it's learning, and it's been a lot of fun.
That it's just been fantastic.
Great. Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Dee. It's been the best. I have learnt so much. I can't tell you.
We've had a wonderful day.
Good. Oh, Angela, hello. Did you just put that on the green?
Absolutely.
Have you had a fun day?
Absolutely.
Is it worthwhile coming to a ProGolfGals school?
Oh, absolutely.